start with your vitals this morning. Take your blood pressure.
Alrighty. That feels like a boa constrictor on my arm.
Dang, yeah, it's a little... I see that your blood pressure looks a little low. It's 88/60. Is that something that is normal for you?
I don't think so.
Okay, take your pulse and your respirations. Okay, your respirations were a little high. They're 18 and your pulse is 128. A little irregular. I'm going to retake it in 5 minutes, but for now let's go through some of your health history.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Betty Sue, I see that you checked yes for type 1 diabetes.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you monitor your glucose levels?
Yeah, I do several times a day.
Nice. What was your most recent glucose level? Do you remember?
Well, I took it right before I left the house. It was about 65 or so, which is a little low. It should be about 70.
Okay, sounds good. What was your last A1C reading?
That was 6.2.
Great.
Also a little low. My goal is 7%.
Okay, great. And how are you feeling today?
You know, now that you're asking, I'm actually not feeling too hot today, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
A little shaky. Kind of have a headache. I'm starting to feel a little dizzy, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you take medication? Did you take it today?
I did take my insulin this morning.
Okay. What about eating? Did you eat this morning before our appointment?
You know, I was running late, so I didn't eat, and also you're about to clean my teeth, and I just, you know, wanted them to be as clean as possible.
Okay.
You know, I'm actually feeling pretty cold. My hands are feeling kind of tingly. I'm gonna get my gloves. Cause my hands are cold. My hands. Okay. Whoa, nearly.
It seems like you might be having a hypoglycemic episode, low blood sugar. I'm gonna get some help.
Okay.
Can I get a little help? Code blue, room 18.
Oh, Lord.
Betty Sue, would you like to drink a little bit of juice? Give you a little sugar that might help you feel a little bit better.
I reckon so. Y'all ain't got no Mountain Dew?
Just the high C, if that's okay.
Okay. Oh gosh, my hands are so shaky.
I know, yeah, you're looking kind of pale. So what would happen next is we would just evaluate Betty Sue's level of consciousness. We would position her upright for whatever's comfortable to maintain her airway, you know, monitor her vitals. We gave her apple juice, which is a source of sugar. We're gonna administer oxygen, 4 to 6 liters per second. And then, yeah, just keep monitoring her vitals basically, make sure she's starting to feel better after a few minutes.
You know, I'm actually starting to feel a little better. Ooh,
Oh yeah?
what in tarnation?
Yeah.
My hands aren't as shaky
Oh,
anymore,
good.
Miss Lily.
Great, that's great. Your blood pressure went up and you have a little more color in your cheeks, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
I don't like to be pale and pasty.
No.
It's not cute.
That's not cute. What you just witnessed was a hypoglycemic episode where the patient remained conscious. It is important to note that in this case, the patient had a clear reason for being hypoglycemic, as she is a controlled type 1 diabetic who did not eat that morning. Hypoglycemia can also occur for other reasons. The clinician noticed that the patient had symptoms and vitals in line with a hypoglycemic episode and called a code blue to get help. The clinician kept the patient comfortable, gave the patient high C as a sugar source, and continued to monitor vitals and also could administer oxygen to the patient if need be. Of course, the clinician would also document the episode in the patient's chart. Treatment modifications for this emergency could include advising the patient to eat before any appointment, scheduling the next appointment at a time of day where they're less likely to experience hypoglycemia, and keeping the appointment short. We would also ask the patient to check their blood glucose levels prior to any invasive treatment. Next, you will see a hypoglycemic episode where the patient goes unconscious.
You know, I'm actually not feeling too hot.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my hands are tingly. I think I need to. I'm gonna get my gloves. My hands are.
Whoa.
Nelly,
You feeling
I think
dizzy?
my-
Betty Sue? Let me sit you a little bit back so we can maintain your airway. Code blue, room 18. I need some help over here. I'm gonna squeeze this instant glucose, the whole tube, sublingually.
I just called EMS. They're on the way.
Oh, great. Betty Sue? Betty Sue?
Whoa.
Feeling okay?
What in tarnation?
Yeah. I know.
What
You
happened, Miss Lily?
passed out there for a second.
I did?
Feeling okay?
I'm feeling better now. My hands were all tingly before, but they feel much better.
Good. Well, the EMS is on their way. They're going to check you out just in case, okay?
Oh gosh, I hope they're young and attractive.
I'm going to continue to monitor your vitals, make sure that everything's okay, and administer some oxygen, and the EMS is on the way.
Okay, that sounds lovely. Thank you for coming.
You got it.
What you just witnessed was a hypoglycemic episode which resulted in the patient going unconscious. The clinician acted similarly to when the patient remained conscious, activation of code blue, and getting help. Because the patient was unconscious, the treatment is sublingual instaglucose. The clinician made sure to sit the patient in a semi-supine position to maintain the airway, continuously took vitals, and waited for help. It is important to note that the patient would be dismissed for the day, their emergency contact would be called, and they would not drive themselves home, as syncope can happen multiple times. Treatment modifications would be the same as a conscious hypoglycemic episode.